Hey everyone, this is Ultra Runner. Welcome back to the channel. I just want to kind of address some of these YouTube outrage baiters out here who are claiming to be G1 Transformers movie collectors and just kind of really dumping on Hasbro. And not that this is a save Hasbro from the YouTubers. It's more along the lines of, I don't even think they know what they're collecting. And so I wanted to kind of just go through what I'm seeing here and just kind of talk to you guys about what's going on and share my thoughts. So let's start with the cat on the screen right now, which is Skywarp. So this mold was considered, with Thundercracker, was amazing. You know, everybody was like, oh, this is great. He's G1. He's this, he's that. He's great. He looks like a mini masterpiece. All this good stuff. And then when Skywarp drops, then all of a sudden now, oh, he's too big. Oh, he's too big. Oh, he's too big. Well, if you were collecting a Studio Series 86 line, everybody's bigger than than they were before. We noticed it really with Prime, with Megatron. But as someone who collects the SS86 line in its entirety, I have every single SS86 piece. I'm not one of these guys out here posing like they collected or reviewing it so they can take it and show everybody and then go sell it or give it away. I mean, I actually have these figures in my collection. You can see my collection tour on my channel. I just got Thundercracker in. I didn't have it before the last video, but I will have them up soon. And once I get a few more pieces in, I'll probably just do like an update. But he's amazing. He looks great, and there's no issues with him. I don't understand what everybody's complaining about. And my favorite complaint is, and I'll get into this in more detail with some of the other ones, is that he's not G1 accurate. Well, guys, I hate to tell you this. This is Transformers the movie line, not the 84, 85, 86 cartoon line. Everybody keeps saying G1 cartoon, and it's so funny because it's almost like they're reading from the same script. Everyone is saying the G1 cartoon, the G1 cartoon, and they'll post up an image of what he looked like in the G1 cartoon. Bro, this is the movie. Yes, did they look the same? Yeah, they did. But at the end of the day, this is from the movie, which is going to come into place later in this video. So let's go to Shockwave. Everybody's complaining about Shockwave's too small. He was a retool. Siege version, they removed the gribbling, and he's too small, he's too small, he's too small. Bro, sometimes Shockwave, I mean, in the scene with him standing next to Soundwave, when Laserbeak flies in, which is really the only time we really see Shockwave, watch the movie and tell me if he's bigger than Soundwave. Okay, I'll wait. Go and come back and let me know. Yes, he's not. So the G1 cartoon, Shockwave was bigger in a lot of situations. The sizing was all over the place. But this is a G1 cartoon, guys. This is from the actual movie. In the movie, Shockwave was not bigger than Soundwave. He's standing right next to him. Now, was he dramatically smaller? No. Was it Siege Mode good? And was it easy for Hasbro to just reuse the mold I already had? Yeah, probably it was easy. Everybody talked about how good the Siege Shockwave was until he got retooled, and now he's garbage and too small. Again, you're not watching the actual movie. You guys are talking about the G1 cartoon as opposed to the actual movie. In the movie, he was not taller than Soundwave. And yes, scaling is off, but it's not that big a deal. Like, again, you're not collecting it for the reasons. And in his spaceship mode, okay, guys, he did not transform in the movie. He could have transformed into a freaking battleship for all we know. We have no clue. But we know what he transformed in the cartoon, and whether he can be a laser gun or not, again, it goes back to the whole Megatron thing. Yes, I wanted Megatron to be a gun. But if you were going to put him into his gun mode, nobody's holding him. So I don't think it's that big a deal that he turned into a version of himself. Again, it's not that big a deal. let's jump on to everybody's favorite chew toy, which is Sunstreaker. Sunstreaker is hilarious because we all knew this was coming. I had the 5-pack. I sold off the entire 5-pack. I mentioned this before in my videos, and I kept Jazz because everybody wanted Hound. I didn't care about Hound. I knew Hound was going to come out in SS86. So I bought the 5-pack, pieced them all out, sold them all off for like $100 each, including Sunstreaker. And now we're getting the exact same Sunstreaker back, except he doesn't come with a gun. Guys, he didn't brandish a firearm in the movie. Hate to tell y'all that. He did not brandish a firearm in the movie. In the movie, he was sitting at the helm when the Dinobots jumped out to go attack Devastator. Sorry to tell you that. Yeah, could Hasbro have thrown in a gun? Yes. Would that have been movie accurate? No, it wouldn't have been. So, are we fighting over movie accuracy, or are we fighting over G1 accuracy? Because, like I said, again, we keep going back to the fact that we are expecting Studio Series to be a representation of the movie as accurately as possible. He didn't have a gun in the movie. So I don't really understand what we're doing here. Now, does he look good? Yes. Does he look great? I think he looks amazing. Could they have given us a new mold? Yeah, probably when they drop a new side swipe, we'll get a new mold. But is this one fine for what he is? Absolutely. Did he transform into a car in the movie? He doesn't look like that in the movie. Then transform into a car. Sorry, he did not transform into a car in the movie. Let's move on. Cranics. Nobody has anything bad to say about Cranics, other than the fact that his transformation mode looks weird. But again, Cranics didn't transform. We have images from when from the movie pre-production stuff that he was going to have a transformation mode, but he didn't transform. So, dude, I don't care what it looked like. He could have transformed into a ball frog. I care, it didn't matter. Because if you transform into a ship, why didn't he just fly away? And it was like, oh, maybe he was an outer spaceship. Okay, whatever. But Cranics looks fine. His transformation mode looks super odd, but dude, he is never going to be in that mode in most of our collections. In most of our collections, he's going to be standing there talking about spare me your mockery of justice, or he's going to be getting eaten by Shocktagons. That's pretty much it, Oh my God, let's jump on the Astrotrain. So, there's no defending Astrotrain. Astrotrain is hideous. He is absolutely, positively hideous. Sorry, there's nothing else to say about it. The fact that they gave him the flap chest to like the G1 toy, again, this is not Transformers the G1 cartoon. This is Transformers the movie. So why are they accommodating? I would rather them have not done that and just gave us the most accurate Astrotrain they could have given us. So now, to be honest, the train looks incredible. To me, it feels like this was more of a the train was the primary thought, and then the other modes were highly secondary. Now the shuttle does clean up better than it has in the past, but I agree with a lot of YouTubers that the original G1 toy looked better. But there's just really no defending this Astrotrain. It doesn't look good. I mean, my Astrotrain is probably going to be in train mode, since that seems to be where they decided to spend all the money. But yeah, I'm not. Yeah, he's pretty bad. But again, it is what it is. Not every toy maker and figure maker is going to hit, a home run. And this is a $60 figure. I'm not giving people a hard time. I'm not giving Hasbro a hard time about a $60 figure. I collect Hot Toys. You guys have seen my videos. Hot Toys does miss quite a bit. Yeah, Hot Toys does miss quite a bit. I mean, and these are $300, $400, $500 figures. And sometimes they're not accurate. Sometimes they make a design choice that just doesn't work. Not everyone is a hit, and with this Astrotrain being a new mold, you would have thought they would have gone hard on it. And I don't know. It just looks like it really looks like a Lego piece. It does not look like an actual Transformer. It's pretty terrible. So mine is going to be in train mode after they killed Prime and they're trying to get out of there. You know, after like Cup said, they turn after Prime turn the tide, because that's the only thing that's even decent on this figure. So next is Wheeljack. So I don't have a picture of Windcharger up here, but hey guys, in the '86 movie, spoiler, Wheeljack was dead. He was battle damaged, blown to pieces, drug in by RC. We're all complaining, oh, he's not G1 accurate. He's not G1 accurate. Again, we're talking about the movie. We're not talking about G1. And again, in the movie, he was dead. We shouldn't. This is a what if scenario character. This is not a pull this right out of the movie and sitting on my table. No, in the movie he was drugged. So maybe if you drug him out of the movie and set his dead body on my table, we can have a conversation. But him and Windcharger are 100% what is. They're not accurate. They're not movie accurate at all. There's not a single scene in the movie where Windcharger and Wheeljack were clean. Now, from there, if you want to complain that they reused the 5-pack and then sold them separately, did anybody think that 5-pack would not come in individual figures later on? It was only $100. It wasn't even, I think $120. It wasn't even that expensive. I mean, again, we're talking about $20 figures that now are, $30 figures. But there's no way this was going to go to waste. And if you want to say, hey, I want a Wheeljack that looked like he did in the movie, then you shouldn't even bought this, because he doesn't look like this in the movie. I do have him on pre-order. Just like I have all the battle damage ones. I hope they give him battle damage. And there's a lot more, and I'll do what my wants from the movie, from this movie line that they haven't talked about and things like that. But this Wheeljack is a what if scenario. So if you're trying to get him from your G1 shelf, then you're collecting incorrectly, because he's not G1 if this is what you're buying him for. The label clearly says Transformers the movie, and it really should have been a what if scenario. So him and Windcharger both. Leave these guys alone, they're dead. Okay? When we get the battle damage, if the battle damage doesn't look good, then you can complain. Like, I can definitely say I love the Brawn and the Ironhide, the Ratchet, and the Prowl. We definitely need a clean Prowl, because Prowl was at least clean before he got, pew-pewed. But yeah, guys, leave this guy alone. And then lastly, I'll talk about the Matrix of Leadership. This is hilarious. So this is the one where I really thought the whole community was going to be like, man, this is so cool. I mean, it did. I watched TJ Omega's video about his childhood love for Matrix, how his dad made him a fake one, and how he's looking forward to this. And that level of enthusiasm is what the community needs, instead of, you're not going to be happy with everything. Good example is that Nexus Prime and our complaining got us basically, here's going to be a full merger at some point. But this right here was one of those things, like, it's a role play item. I have the Black Series role play helmets. They're not cheap. I mean, so sorry, $125 is not a lot for a role play item, especially when you look at some of the other brands out there that make the movie accurate versions, where they're absolutely spot on, best materials, things like that. And for $125, you get a stand, you get it battery operated, you get it lithium ion where you can plug it in, which mine's going to be. I already told you guys that when I did my pre-order video for this. Plays the touch. I mean, plays the sound when Prime is dying. Lights up, opens up. I mean, then some of the complaints have been like, oh, I want to put my fingers in the holes, and then when I pull it apart, it starts playing the touch. Like, bro, okay, first of all, you are not Hot Rod, and I get it, but to do something like that, I would imagine it would have been more expensive, because I'm pretty sure with the passion these guys have for Transformers, they would have done everything they possibly could. We know that. This Transformers team is like the G.I. Joe team, except they don't have G.I. Joe team's margins. Why? Don't know why. I feel, because I feel like G.I. Joe, they throw everything at G.I. Joe, You know, and they own G.I. Joe and Transformers. But for Transformers, it seems like, oh, well, we could only do X, Y, and Z. So there's always budget restrictions. But for whatever reason, they couldn't do the opening and the whole nine. And them giving us a button that lets you cycle through the music. And the fact that it even plays the touch and plays music and plays sounds is awesome. And to me, this is such a cool showpiece to have. And the fact that people are hating on the fact that, oh, we got a Matrix, like, I don't understand why, like, if you don't like it, just don't buy it. If it's too expensive, then don't buy it. I mean, I get it. You know, everybody can't afford everything they want. I mean, I collect Hot Toys. There's some Hot Toys figures I love to have. I would love to have a Hulkbuster right now. I don't know if I want to find the room for it and then buy one in the secondary market for $5,000. No, sorry, don't want to do that. But, and I think that's really the kicker we're running to is this line is definitely a line of passion for the people at Hasbro. And again, I'm not chilling for Hasbro. I mean, I don't get paid from YouTube on this. You know, my channel's too small. But it's just about what are we doing around these toys, and our ideas around these toys is like, they're not going to be everything we want them to be 100% of the time. And, you know, a lot of these YouTubers, like I say, I hear it, I know it's clicks and, you know, controversy sells, but, you know, that's not me. So like I said before, on my channel, I'm only going to talk about stuff that I like and that I'm collecting. If you don't see a video of it on my channel, it's because I'm not collecting it. And this entire wave, guess what? I pre-ordered it all from Big Bad Toy Store. I got the Matrix the day it released. I made a video on it. Forgot to make a video on the other guys, but I was really, really busy working. So, but yeah. So that's just my thoughts on these G1ers. You know, I'm using air quotes. Because they're not really G1ers. They're basically, most of these kids that are talking about this stuff are Bayverse people, and they grew up with the Bayverse movies. They didn't grow up with G1. I grew up with G1. I was 12 when the 86 movie came out. So, you know, and I didn't start collecting Transformers until after the movie. My first Transformer ever was Jazz. My second one was Springer. My third one was Ultra Magnus. Then after that, I had 8-Face. So I really wasn't even a Transformers kid until the movie. Wasn't at all. It just wasn't my thing. And my uncle took me to the movie. I loved it. And after that, I became a Transformers fan. So I'm a true Transformers the movie fan, which is why I'm collecting this line in its entirety, the entire 86 line. Give me all the repaints. Give me all the what ifs. Again, like I said, I'll probably make a separate video talking about and put some screenshots up of what I'm looking for in this. But again, you know, I'm going to leave it here with Astrotrain. Sometimes people swing and they miss. And just what it is. And this dude is a miss. There's no defending it. But across the board, this line has been very good between the retools and the new sculpts. And I'm enjoying collecting it, you know. And if you're not enjoying collecting it, you probably shouldn't be collecting it. It's okay. It's okay to not have, you know, to not be passionate about this thing. But if you're here for just to make money on it, yeah, you're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing, talking trash and getting clicks. But I'm off my soapbox now. I'm going back to make the videos I enjoy and I love, which is talking about stuff I love, and I ain't got time for all that other stuff. Appreciate you guys. Take it easy. Peace.